My name is Tope. I'm very happy to be here today. I think I joined YDI in 1998. And I think we were all invited by one of our friends, the Adeolus, Ituno. Me and my sister, but I was the first to actually come to YDI because I think she went to school or something. So I was the first of my siblings to step ground in YDI. And I think I'm the least popular of all of them here. But God has been faithful. And I'm really grateful for the ministry of YDI because it has touched my lives in more ways than one. And I'm glad I came here and my path crossed with Pastor Jules. I'm very happy for that. So I've been asked to speak on the pursuits of dreams. So that's what I'm speaking on today. In 2000, I came to Camp Joseph. That was the very first Camp Joseph. It was called Homecoming. And it was a very exciting time, I can remember. I just finished secondary school, and my sister was telling me only university students were allowed in Camp Joseph, that I cannot come. And I was very pained. I'm like, no. So me and my friend were like, what was it take to just get into the university so I can come to Camp Joseph? Then I think Pastor Joe now revisited the rule and said, if you have finished secondary school, you can come. I was very happy. And I made sure that next year, in case the rules stick to if you're in university, I must be an undergraduate because I wanted to come to Camp Joseph. That was a form of dream, I think. And so YDI has really helped. So back to the topic, in pursuit of dreams. So I want to start with, what's a dream? A dream is a picture, what you want to become, what you really want in life, what's your whole aspect of what do you want. In layman, that's just a dream. Apart from sleeping, waking up and having a dream. But a dream, when you have a dream like a goal, it's not just, a goal is when you compartment your dreams into smaller parts. But your dream is your whole essence. What wakes you up in the morning? What is that thing you really want? So that can be defined as your dream. So, as I said, dreams can be personal aspirations, goals that you want to achieve, or vivid mental images or visions of a future you desire, such as living in a beautiful house. What do you want in your future? What do you see yourself doing? Or your heart desires, and so on. So, but when you talk about pursuit of dreams, that's to work towards achieving a desired goal. You're actually in pursuit of what you want. Like the act of creating the life you want and striving to achieve what is important to you. Now, we all have, I believe every one of us here have dreams. I give an example of when I came to Camp Joseph in 2000. In 2000, there were so many students from different universities in Nigeria, and I told myself, by this time next year, I'm going to be in the university. It wasn't just a want; it was something I was sure of. So I worked towards it. I knew I had to pass my JAMB. I already had my O levels then. I knew JAMB was the only thing remaining. So I knew that, okay, I have to work towards this. It wasn't just a daydream of me sitting down and just thinking. I knew that I had to do it. And with God's help, that same year, I think October of the next year, that's 2001, I get admission into Obafemi Awolowo University to study architecture. It was actually a pursuit of dreams because it was tough getting in. Because I had made up my mind that, okay, I wanted this. It was possible. And with God by your side, because we cannot underestimate the power of God in everything. With God by my side. And by December, when I came in 2001 to Camp Joseph, I came with OAU YDI. I wasn't just in Lagos chapter. I came with OAU, and I gave one of the longest testimonies. Like, wow, this time last year I was praying to be a student, and here I am, and all that. So I would like us to open Proverbs 13:19. The A part. Can someone from the crowd just read, just to engage the crowd? Thirteen, 19. Okay, thank you. I'm focusing on the A part. A desire fulfilled is sweet to the soul. That's what the Bible says. Have you ever imagined you wanted something, and at the end of the day, it's achieved? There's this joy you cannot just imagine. A desire, when you set your mind on something and it comes to pass, and with God and with perseverance and hard work, you achieve it. It's actually is sweet to the soul. I think that is just how to say it. So that is my anchor scriptures for today. That a desire achieved is sweet to the soul. And we all know sweetness here. We know what sweetness is. And apart from sweetness to the tongue, there's when something is sweet to your soul, it's a different feeling. And nobody can take that away from you. No matter what, you're going to be smiling and be happy that, yes, I did that. So, we are all working, this is in pursuit of our dreams. It's like our desires. How do you achieve what you want? Each and every one of us have what we want here. And more importantly, it's good to have a dream and something you're pursuing because it keeps you alive. It keeps you motivated. There's so many things happening around us today, and you can just be down. It's easy to get, a lot of depression is coming up here and there. That wasn't as often as we used to hear them before. But if you have something you are striving towards, you are motivated. It keeps you alive. It wakes you up in the morning. It makes you go out. And the fact that you are moving closer to your goal and it coming to pass gives you a joy. It's a sense of purpose. It gives you a joy you cannot really explain. Then it's actually a natural part of life because we are all living, we are in existence to achieve something. And it helps us not to settle for less in all we do. Thank you. It's also a learning process. And in all it's good to actually celebrate every little success that we have. You know, dream is actually broad. There are different kind of, you might have a dream of, if your dream is to become a president of Nigeria one day, for example, that's a very broad dream. And the closer even if it's like, okay, you are the class captain of your class today, it's a milestone. And you should appreciate yourself that you're moving forward to being a leader. To talk, maybe you get to be SUG, SecGen, something, and then you move, you're in your company, you own what you do, and you're like, wow, you are actually in charge of a group of people. It's little steps that makes the whole goal, dream thing. You don't have to, because if you wait for that big dream you're waiting for the dream, you may be discouraged because it might be so big and you don't know how to compartmentalize it. So we should learn to celebrate the little things that matter and move us closer to our goals. So, we all have different dreams, but your dream you should have an emotional connection to your dream. It should be something that connects with you, something you're emotional about. Yes, this is good. There's a spiritual side to it, because your dream shouldn't be about you alone. It should be about a bigger picture, blessing people. It should be it must start with you. It must be about blessing people and how you affect others. And there should be a time frame. There should be a time frames and all that. There's a difference between goal and dreams. Dreams have emotional connection, as I said. But goals is like, this is what you want to do, and this is it's what you have to do. But with dreams, you have emotional connection to it. Like goals are typically driven by logic, reason, and necessity. What has to be done? But a dream evokes feelings and excitement, the joy and fulfillment of it. Because the Bible says, I know the thoughts I have towards you, that's in Jeremiah, thoughts of good and not of evil, to bring you to an expected end. So before you were even born, God has a plan for you. That's the God. It's good to have God-directed dreams. Because when you walk with God to bring your desires, it's easier and better. And you achieve your goals better, because there's nothing like the God factor being with you. It's actually the main thing. And looking at our scripture that I started with, that a desire accomplished is sweet to the soul. If you imagine sweetness in its entirety, as in the satisfaction of a goal or experiencing answered prayers, you can actually put into that and think about it. Experiencing answered prayers, it's actually, when we have a goal, a dream, and you place it in the hands of God, and at the end of the day, God answers your prayers and everything starts manifesting, it's always a delight to you. It leads to a path of fulfillment that you can actually resonate with. It's also good to walk in righteousness, like I said, with God in all we do. Using my own life as an example, this is a wonderful place to be, and I think all of us here are all very lucky to be here, because I just didn't come this far. I joined YDI in 1998, came for Camp Joseph in 2000, and I think I went for 11 consecutive years, or 12. From 2000 to 2012, I don't think I missed any Camp Joseph. I came throughout my time in university, my master's, even when I'm done, and after I got married, I think I still came here a couple of times. And it's been wonderful. I've always been on that side, listening to speakers come and everything. And I know, like some 20 years ago, I could have imagined that one day I'll be here talking to people. A dream is coming true today, because I'm here speaking, and I can see myself in a lot of youth here. I was looking at her when she was talking. I used to be like, I think slim like her or something, and I was seeing myself like, was I actually looking like this how many years ago? Is this how I was? And I want to tell each and every one of you, your future is bright. With God's help today, I'm doing well. I was able to get a car for my parents this year. I was able to finish a lot of projects I was on. I'm doing. I got a new car for myself too. I did a lot this year. And some years ago, I was just sitting here and everything. Sometimes sometimes we think, yes, it has to go all spiritual, and you have to have this dream of, I want to be a general overseer, I want to control this. But simple things, God is interested in every little thing every little thing. Your slightest desire, if you place it in the hands of God, it can come to pass. I remember, as a kid, I've always wanted to see the world. And I told myself, before I'm 40, I must see the world. It was a dream, and it was looking impossible, because I'm a citizen of Nigeria, I have a green passport. It's not that easy to have. My parents are just average people. I'm not just normal middle-class Nigeria. But I just wanted to see the world. And with God's help, it was a little plan of day by day. Last year, I think I got to 16 countries. And it was Looking back, I was just one small girl from Egbeda. We go to Ilekwa Jefferson, but it was just planning, sitting, I'm like, okay, it dawned on me last year that, wow, 40 is here. And I had things I wanted to achieve for 40. So I brought out what were the things I wanted to do before I got to this age. And then I said that it's good to have, to be able to have accountability, write things down, or 5 countries. That's not seeing the world. I knew I wanted to have more, like, this is going to be a birthday present for myself. And I knew that, okay, what is the easiest way to see the world? I knew that, okay, with a Schengen visa, you get to see a lot of countries in Europe. And, okay, with a UK visa, I'll get this, I'll do this. So I mapped out the plan of, this is just a simple, practical way of day-to-day of how to do things. I mapped out the plan now of, okay, let me get a Schengen visa. And then save towards it, and let things come true. So I did that. I knew it was going to be difficult, this, that. I knew I needed some links. I tried to get things together. I got to Abuja, tried to get governments involved in ways I know I could. And everything fell into place. Because at first, there was that desire to do this. It was born, I prayed about it. And then God made it possible. I didn't just wake up and the visa knocked at my door. God opened ways, steps to take. I got insight of how to go about things, faster way. And then I got the visas. And I knew that, yes, I want to get to these countries. But I knew that, okay, I've not been to a lot of them before. I've not even been to, any of the countries I went last year, I've not been to them before. It's not like I actually have people in these places. I just had this spirit, I just wanted to get there. So I told myself, how do I go about this? I saw a friend status who clocked 40 like a year before me. And he did the same thing. So I reached out to him. I'm like, Ufon, how did you do this? I want to do the same thing. I saw someone, that was an association. When you see someone who's done something, I reached out to him and we're like, oh, Tope, come, let's do this together. And he was telling me about the countries he went to that he enjoyed and the places I should visit. And he started booking my tickets ahead. He's done before, the cheaper way, this, that. The whole process was fun. And then apart from that, I just remember that, wow, okay, I have classmates that we finished in school together who is living in France. I can connect her, okay, I'm coming to France. 1 week. Can you just take me out? And we're like, fine. I have YDs who are in Europe everywhere. I got in touch with Odi, Toyin, Tope, and they were all eager to have me. And everybody just put me in their schedule. Like, okay, then I just had a plan. Okay, this day to this day, 2 days with Tope, 1 day with Toyin. It was people I know, and I just mapped it out like that. And then before I knew it, everybody was calling. When are you coming? Everybody was eager for their dates. We are hosting Tope this day, we are hosting Tope today. And I organized, it was like, okay, go to UK, and there was a mini YDI reunion. Make sure everybody gets here, and it was nice to see everybody. I'm just saying that's like a practical way of letting things come around. So, and my friend was telling me, oh, why don't you go to, I didn't even have Egypt in my trip. But like, oh, if you go through Egypt here, and you stay like a day interval, it's going to be free to stay in an hotel. It's going to be this. You can visit the pyramid. So it's just a way of, and I was like, okay, that's true. Instead of taking BA, why not take, so I can get to Egypt? It's one of the places I would have loved to go to. I'm just, associating with someone who could take you and it make it more exciting, more interesting. I have friends who be like, oh, you have to get to Belgium. I have a friend there who is going to give you free accommodation for 2 days. And then, like that, everything just fell into place. And everybody was watching like, wow, this girl has arrived. It's not actually that he has arrived. It was planning that made this come into place. And towards the end of the whole journey, I was getting tired. I was getting exhausted. Like, who is punishing me? Must I tick all the countries? It was exciting at first, but started getting draining that, let me just come back to Nigeria, Joe. I've done enough. After all, abroad is abroad. If you get to Germany, you're in Amsterdam, you're in Belgium, you can always place, it all looks the same. They're all just fine scenarios. As I was then my cousin reached out. My cousin just called me like, Tope, I'm enjoying seeing the world through your eyes. Please, keep posting. That was a lot of encouragement for me because I felt I was doing too much. Then people were like, wow, I've never been to Amsterdam. I saw Amsterdam through your eyes. I've never been to this. And then you just realize that when you when you're achieving your dreams, people are inspired by what you're doing. You may think it's something silly, but if it's in align with God's will, because I used to tell myself, like, it's not just, you can't just die and go to heaven, and then heaven will just be too beautiful if all you've seen is Nigeria. You have to, like, it's just a way I joke to myself, that you have to have seen places. I love to travel. And I'm like, what is travel? As in, so when I was getting tired and people were telling me, wow, this is lovely. How did you do this? How love to do this? We're seeing the world through your eyes. It's wonderful. I was encouraged to do more, and then it fueled my journey till I came back. So that's just a little practical example of a little dream and how it can, once you just set your heart to it, pray, and how things can unfold with God by your side. You know, a lot of people tell me, like, things are going well, I'm doing well. By God's grace, I run my company, Otech, is doing well. And people seem to see, but it's not as easy sometimes as people think it is. Because it takes a lot of hard work and trying to put things into place. It takes a lot of. But God has been faithful. Where I'm going is you can't take the God factor out. Because you can never take the God factor out. God has been faithful in every little thing. Like, you may think you have it all planned out, and you get to an end of you don't even know what next to do. And just out of the blues, help comes. That's the God factor. I remember in 2016, the company I was working for, 2015, I think, folded up. And I had plans of, okay, I'm going to be in this company for a while and all that. And just out of the blues, no notice, nothing. This is the last month, we are ending. And I was like, where do I start from? I have a child and everything. It was just, and I've already gone far. I'm like a boss. I can't start going to look for work, writing an application up and down. I just knew that I'm too old for that. I can't go through. And then I just thought to myself, it wasn't like it was all so, like, I should just start something on my own. And I started Hotech with the help of family, friends, and all that. And just from one thing to the other, it evolved. And today, it is what it is today. That is the God factor. You can never take God out of the plan. Because even sometimes when you think, when I was 13, I finished in school, I started work as an architect. I saw myself rising in organizations and all, multinationals and all that. And I didn't really see this line I'm in like that, a bright picture. But because God is involved, it takes you, when you're even going away, God has a way of directing you the right way. I know Pastor used to say that even when you have a dream, your dream is bigger than you. You know, that Bishop Oyedepo had a dream of, living faith, the church. He may not have seen Covenant University. He may not have seen the big things he's done, but through living faith, a lot of things have been achieved. So when you stick to your dream, your purpose, and what you're trying to do, you're going to, a lot of other things will come through. I'm sure if there was no living faith, why there may not be where it is today. Because Pastor was a pastor there, is a pastor there, and Papa motivated him. So it wasn't just about Winners Chapel alone. It's about how many ministries Winners have been able to breathe into. So it's not just about you alone, whatever you do. It's not about me being an architect alone or me doing this building. It's about young people looking up to you and being able to pick from your life and you inspiring them to do better. Like when I was thinking, I'm doing this traveling for myself. And it's just about me seeing the world. I want to see Then when I actually got to know that it's not just about me seeing the world. Some people can't see this. And they're seeing it through my eyes. And they're seeing what it's about. It's different from watching documentary. They're seeing how someone... I got to the pyramid, so many things. I got to Buckingham Palace. I got to every country I went to. Like, just type Munich in a day. What's the best places to get to in Germany in a day? And you go through all the World War II things and all that. And I'm usually someone who does status, commentary, and all about where I am and everything. And when I saw that other people were being blessed by what I was doing, it helped me do it better and even feel better about what I'm doing. Because I saw that people were being blessed. People were seeing, even I have people who are richer than me saying that, Tope, if you can do this, I'm going to do. Please, give me a link. How do I? It's just like other people were seeing through you and being saying, I can do this because you're doing it. And that is the whole thing about the purpose and achievement. So I just want to say that your dream is more than you and every little thing you do. I want to round up with this. I've said we can't, I don't want us to forget that we can't remove the God factor out. The God factor is very important, and we should not forget that. That we, without God, we can do nothing. And we should remember, even those who are not Christians, who don't have our faith, and they put all. The Bible says Laban pursued Jacob with hot pursuits, and he met up with him. That is Jacob, the promised child. But because there was hot pursuits in Laban, he could meet up. So it's not being a Christian is not enough. You need that hot pursuit in you to drive to get to what you want to be. Because the edge you have over unbelievers is that you have Christ. But it's an edge. There's that pursuit that still needs to be with it. And like Sam Leverson said, you don't watch the clock. Do what it's doing. Keep moving. Thank you.